Yeah, we do have to H with another sound test there, but it looks like everything's running good there. This is W2FJH bringing up the STNY Digital Voice Net on Brand Magic Talk Group 31367, Wires X Room 83721, and live stream to Google Meet and YouTube. The primary purpose of the STNY Digital Voice Net is to help foster an active digital voice community in the southern tier of New York and to provide a forum for those that are interested or have questions regarding various digital voice topics. While this net is primarily for the southern tier, all stations are more than welcome to check in. This net meets weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. For more information about this net, please visit stnydmr.net. This net will prioritize short-time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power stations. We currently do have 3 other stations checked in, so the net would like to recognize N2QFD Mail, K3BYC Carlton, and N3OJP Mick. All right, when checking in, please give your call sign, your name, and your location. So let's first take a standby for any stations that are short-time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power. Please call now. This is Kilo Charlie 3 Whiskey Victor X-Ray Scott from Sayre. All right, and we did have KC3WVX Scott from Sayre. I did have you checked in. I'm guessing you were checking in. You didn't say that you were short time or anything this evening. We also did pick up N2NRA Cliff from Netlogger. All right, so let's open it up. For any and all stations that would like to check into the STNY Digital Voice Net this evening, please call now.
N2 NCB Paul, Town of Tioga.
All right, and we also have N2NCB Paul. Was there any other stations to check in this evening? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there, so let's kick things off. If there's any announcements for the net this evening, please call now. All right, nothing heard there. I did have one announcement. I was working on a backlog of different check-ins and everything from previous nets last week, and I did come across we crossed the threshold of our 100th unique call sign. So as a small giveaway, I got together some of the VTech, or I'm sorry, the VTech, the Heltech V3 mesh-tastic devices, and our winner was Bill K2WGK. He's got those devices now and is playing around with them. So, congratulations to Bill there, and our 100th call sign check-in. So, all right, moving on for questions. If there's any questions for the net this evening, please call now. All right, nothing heard there either, so we will move in for comments. The net topic this evening is a fairly simple one there. Trying to pull it up on YouTube as well here, but it's not pulling up there. But that topic was, how was your Memorial Day weekend? And thank you to all those who have served. So, first on my list is N2QFD Mail. How was your week?
Hey Frank, good evening. Good evening to the net. We had a pretty good week here. Can't say I really remember doing anything particular on Memorial Day weekend. Lots of stuff around the house. Uh, Working on a kit trailer and got that together, and otherwise just some lawn maintenance while we had a moment of sunshine. Speaking of the sun, anyone working HF has probably had a pretty good day of it. Uh, Geomagnetic storms hitting us hard, and it looks like it may clear off at some point tonight. But it's the kind of conditions as usual. We'd have the northern lights if we could see the northern lights. Otherwise, played around with setting up a APRS version of the TC2 BBS, and it seems to work okay, but I'm in a bit of a 2 meter dead spot here at the house, so nobody really to test it out but myself. Those have been the fun and games of late. We'll turn it back to you. This is N2QFD.
Hey, very good there, Mal. And yeah, just by the way too, when Bill won, I had set up the Meshtastic devices for him, and as a thing there, I also added in the STNY hams talk group there off of Meshtastic. So if you do happen to see him on there, welcome aboard. And he's also spanning. So we have Chemung County, we have Tioga County, and then we got somebody from Broome County. So now the work would be to kind of get Meshtastic to work all throughout each county. But that's a bigger feat to get done. So. All right. Next on my list is K3BYC Carlton. How was your week?
This is K3BYC, Carl in Darlington, Maryland. Good evening, Frank. Thanks for taking the net. Good evening to everyone who's checked in. Well, I had, as far as the Memorial Day weekend and the following days there, I guess it was like everybody else. It was hard to come up with 2 days in a row with no rain. So the lawn was just so soaked. I haven't mowed in at least 2 weeks, and hope to maybe get to it tomorrow. All the dreary weather, that was a little depressing, but I spent it with family. I did attend, one of my granddaughters graduated from high school. So it was all good, but prefer the sunshine as everyone else does. Again, I express appreciation to all of those who served in the military, and particularly to those who gave their all, who made the ultimate sacrifice, and for the sacrifice of the losses for their families. So anyway, everybody have a great week coming up. That's all I have for now. This is K3PYC. Back to Net Control.
Hey, very good there, Carlton. And you're with good company there, because I too I took a little vacation there. I was out of town, and yeah, I came back, and man, it's just been rain, 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 and I need to get the lawn mowed too. Well, I gotta first put on the weed and feed, and then I gotta give it 2 days to try to mow the lawn, and I'm trying to find the right spot. So hopefully I see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at least looks like we might get some clearing. So hopefully relief is in the future there. So. All right, next on my list is N3OJP. Mick, how was your week?
Good evening, Frank, everyone on the net. Well, it was kind of hectic right before the holiday weekend. Jill had a kidney stone, but boy, it just flared up. We had to go to the ER and get her some comfort. And it turns out the stone has started to move. So she was feeling much better. We weren't there too long. And she was doing pretty good until last Thursday. And she was kind of surprised she was short of breath. And her heart rate was up quite a bit. And she couldn't figure out why, because she felt good. So another trip to the ER. We got there about 5:30 Thursday afternoon, and it was determined that she was taking some other medication, but here through a CT scan, she's got pneumonia. No real symptoms other than the heart rate and her pulse. So it wasn't bad enough where she was admitted. So she's on some medication now, doing much better. In fact, she was outside today and felt pretty good. Didn't get winded. But we do have an appointment set up for tomorrow as a follow-up. And then Friday, she's supposed to see the urologist again when he gets back, and she'll get scoped to see what's going on with the kidney stone. But she's doing much better. Just a lot going on. We were there 9 hours at that emergency room. We didn't get out of there until Thursday. No, actually Friday morning at 3 a.m. But on the plus side, I think I got that solid state drive to boot up, Frank. That one I was having trouble with. I think I finally figured it out. I'll know more. I'm in contact with the cloning company where I bought the software just to confirm that I got it working. And I'll send you the results of what I did so you can see them. Let me get a bite here. Okay, I picked up the B-Tech DMR 6x2. And the reason why I got it, here in the county, they wanted to go to pagers for alert tones for any emergencies or skywarn. And I didn't want to buy a pager. Drag that thing around. I figured I might as well get a radio. And also I want to get involved more with APRS. The Twin Tiers Digital Net last Tuesday, Reiner talked about APRS. He did quite an extensive overview. So I figured, well, if I'm going to get a radio with two tones, I might as well include APRS. The DMR 6x2 does not come with APRS. You have to do a firmware upgrade, and it's in there. So that'll be my next event. I don't think I'll have too much trouble with these newer radios. It's probably pretty easy. And also I wanted to announce that the Lewis and Clark is on the air. It's an event. It runs, I think, 16 days. And it's the Lewis and Clark Trail on the air. I think there's, 16 states that they went through. It's quite a few. And they wanted 2 clubs from each state. WW3 AAA is the one I'm involved with here in Beaver County, and also Steel City is another club here in Pennsylvania, and we're doing the Lewis and Clark. In fact, there's signs all over the place, western Pennsylvania, mostly along the Ohio River, where Lewis and Clark did their journey. But you can go to the lctota.org, Lewis and Clark Trails on the Air. .org, and get all the information. It's all on HF. There is some FT8, so there's a schedule there of all the participating clubs in the states. If you're interested in making some contacts, I signed up as an activator, but I didn't do anything this weekend. Number 1 with Jill not feeling good, and number 2 with these solar flares. So I'll probably work some time this week. Frank, that's about it. I'll turn it back to you. W2FJH N30JP.
Hey, thanks, Mick. And yeah, good with Jill's feeling better there. I had pneumonia back in January, and mine was a full, sniffles, everything else. And man, I tell you that knocks you down there. So and yeah, shortness of breath was one of them. I just felt like sleeping most of the time. But yeah, glad she's doing better there. And yeah, keep me posting about the SSD and how you got that resolved there. Hopefully some of the tips there and everything were helpful. And yeah, also we did have an additional check-in of the number I'd like to recognize, W2KDC Dennis. He checked in through NetLogger, and it looks like we were already past 15 minutes there. So I will. This is W2FJ8 with the STNY Digital VoiceNet. I'll take another standby for any additional stations that would like to check in this evening. Please call now.
This is 830 in Denny in Sarah, Pennsylvania. Good evening.
All right, and we also have 830 Denny. All right, moving on down my list. Next up is N2NRA Cliff. How was your week?
Thanks for doing the net, Frank, and good evening to the net and the group. Well, anyways, you know what Carlton's talking about with the rain. We had 6 inches of rain total for May, and so we've been doing some lawn work and mulching this week. And Mick, thanks for the information about the Lewis and Clark. As far as the Memorial Day, we went to the Whaley Parade and then mowed the lawn. And looks like we're going to mow the lawn tomorrow. And 83O, glad to hear you're back okay from Florida. This is M200 back to net control.
Hey, thanks there, Cliff. Yeah, I haven't been measuring the rain, but yeah, it's been one rainy day after another, hasn't it? So, oh, and also to Mick, you said you had I actually have the 6X2 Pro from BTEC. I would say I would send you my code plug, but your frequencies may be completely different from up here. So, but yeah, if you do have any questions about that radio, I've built a code plug and everything for them before. So. All right. Next on my list is KC3WVX. Scott, how was your week?
This is KC3WVX. Oh, it hasn't been too bad. Memorial Day weekend, didn't get a whole lot done some of the days because of the rain. Monday ended up being a busier day for getting stuff done. I had to do my lawn. I had to go do my parents' lawn because I hadn't any other dry days to do it. This weekend, I finally got on HF. First time in a while, I didn't realize that it had actually been 7 weeks since I've been on HF. Guess I've been busy. Let's see, Friday night wasn't that great. Last night wasn't too bad. I made a couple contacts. There was a lot of POTUS stations on the air. I made a couple contacts with them, and I had fun. I got it out of my system. I guess that's about all I got. This is KC3WVX, back to the net.
Hey, very good there, Scott. And glad somebody was able to get out and get some lawns mowed during that break there. So, yep. And yeah, glad. It seems like over the weekend though. I know you said you had Friday was bad, but it seems like a few people mentioned that HF has been pretty good lately. So, hope that works out for you there. I was just actually listening the Bera club meeting, the previous one. They actually had a special guest. I forget his call sign off the top of my head, but they did have a special guest talking about CW, and it was a very interesting presentation. So if anybody who is interested in CW and on the HF side or thought about it, Bera, if you go onto YouTube and you type in the Binghamton Amateur Radio Association, I'm sure you'll find their channel. They do have the recordings and everything out there. It is an interesting, video to go watch. So, but yep. All right. Next on my list is N2NCB. Paul, how was your week?
Well, again, Frank and all into NCB here. A little busy, to say the least. And starting off last weekend, there was enough opening to get the lawn mowed and get trimmed. And we don't go anywhere on 3-day weekend holidays. We just stay off the highways as much as possible. And some appointments during the week, and had some things done yesterday and today. Needed to run some errands today, so we did that. And that about encompasses the week. Back to you, Frank. Take care, all. Into NCB.
Hey, that sounds like a plan there, Paul, to stay off the highway and everything during the holidays. And yeah, I agree. So my trip up to Watertown, the trip wasn't bad for the most part. I tell you, there's just construction in Syracuse, and it is just a mess. So, yeah, I get a little anxiety, a little stress when I start getting near Syracuse, and I just know that there's going to be a bunch of traffic and people driving all over the place, cutting everybody off, and but yeah, outside of Syracuse though, it was a mostly pleasant trip. Didn't have any major delays. There was no, it was a nice, beautiful day that I was driving up there. So, but yeah, it's always a stress that one small section of the 10 to 15 miles that I have to get through. Always kind of seal it like that, like you said, stay off the highways. All right, very good there, Paul. All right, next on the list is W2 at KDC. Dennis, how was your week? Nothing heard on my end, but we'll give it another go there. We're looking for W2 at KDC. Dennis, how was your week? All right, nothing heard there either, so we will circle back to Dennis there, and we will move on to 83O. Danny, how was your week?
Craig, WTF2H 83O. Good. Not a bad week. We had some problems with the repeater up on the hill, and we made a couple trips up there for the last couple of last week or so. And this morning or actually this afternoon, we went up and got everything back in line right now. I want to replace the we've got internet up there, and I wanted to replace the laptop that we use to control it, but I'm not quite ready yet. I guess I'm trying to get a couple of things figured out. So we're back on the old laptop, which is an old. Uh, it's a Windows 10, but barely. I think it's Windows 10, and it's getting out there. Anyways, I was having trouble this last week trying to use the mouse on there because we wanted to do some a little bit of maintenance and things. We had a power failure up there that we thought might be associated with our rack, but it ended up being, hang on, I think it ended up being mouse damage. We had the circuit breaker box was just packed with mouse stuff, so we got that cleaned out a couple of days ago. So that's my radio this week. Been kind of fooling around between radios and computers and trying to get stuff ready to go. W2FJH in the group 83O.
Hey, thanks there, Denny. And yeah, that's not a good situation to have a mouse in the circuit breaker box. So glad at least it looks like it might just be the Windows laptop and not anything more serious there, because I know electricians and stuff. They can get pretty expensive pretty quickly if you need to bring them in. So. All right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital VoiceNet. I've reached the end of my list. We're going to check back with Dennis here in just a minute, but let's see if there's any additional stations out there that would like to check in this evening. Please call now.
This is NE2W, Ed in Binghamton, checking in.
All right, and we have NE2W Ed. All right, let's circle back really quick and let's see if W2 KDC Dennis is still with us there. Hey, sorry there, Dennis. I saw you key up, but it went dead on my end, and um, I guess I'll give it one more go for Dennis there, and then maybe I'll check with some on my end. But W2KDC Dennis, are you around?
Frank, tell me if you copy. If you do, I'll give you the story. If you don't, we'll call the night till next week.
Nope, I got you loud and clear that time, Dennis. Fire away.
Okay, I was having some technical difficulties between the 578 and the 878. Problem with too many radios trying to go through the same hotspot. I guess that doesn't work real well, so I switched over to the M1KE. Joy to have more radios. My week was fine. And the highlight of the week was yesterday I spent in Rochester at the Henrietta Library. The RARA group, Rochester Amateur Radio Association, sponsored 40, 20, 15, and 10 meter end-fed half-wave antenna class. So I built an antenna. The antenna will go with the FT710 I bought at Hamvention, so I will be venturing off into the dark side, into HF, and we'll see what happens there. That's my story for the week. Everybody have a great week. Wish you 73. This is W2KDC. Back to you, Frank.
Hey, sounds good there, Dennis. And yeah, sorry you're having some technical problems there, but yeah, I guess I'm glad the M1KE to the rescue there, right? And yeah, it's always fun to make a new antenna, isn't it? Especially when you test it out and you actually have a low SWR and it looks like a nice antenna. So, all right, next on my list is NE2W. Ed, how was your week?
Hey, very good evening, Frank. Had a great week. I know what Paul means about the traffic on Friday. We traveled down to Scranton for my granddaughter's graduation, and the traffic on 81 was pretty thick going down in the afternoon Friday. Now, coming back Friday night, we came up Route 11 to avoid the construction and any traffic that might be, and that's our new route. There's no construction and no cars. Everybody's on the Interstate 81 and not on the parallel Route 11 between Binghamton and Syracuse. Had a good time. The ceremony was at the University of Scranton. Not that she graduated from there, but the same location as the amateur radio station our club went down to visit a couple weeks ago. W3 USR. Very impressive ham station. They do have an open house on Thursday evenings if you're in Scranton. Look them up and stop by. Yes, Frank, the presentation at the meeting was excellent. It went long, but it was fascinating. Evan, Kilowatt 2 Echo Juliet Tango, gave a talk. He's a teacher
for many years, knows how to give a presentation, and he also has a very excellent Zoom site, or not Zoom, YouTube site with over 200 videos. A lot of it about POTA, solar, some of this new equipment that's real small, QRP transceivers. I've never even heard of some of them, but definitely check out Evan's YouTube site, Evan Thorson K2EJT. He does get a lot of traffic through there, and it's all ham radio related. And the Aurora's coming up. We might have an Aurora tonight due to the large amount of solar activity, depending which way the coronal mass ejections occur. But other than that, had a great week. Back to you, Frank, the STNY2W.
Hey, thanks, Arant. And yeah, thanks for giving the call sign too of who was presenting there. I just slipped my mind. I didn't have it in my notebook, so it's great. You had it there. And yeah, actually, I had left on Saturday late morning, early afternoon, late morning. So maybe that was the difference there on 81. That if you went down on Friday, I could kind of see 81 being packed, and I actually came back on Tuesday, so I think most people might have been traveling on late Monday or something to get back for work, but took a little vacation here, and we stayed up there from Saturday till Tuesday, and it was like I said, mostly enjoyable trip. Just there was one little patch there around Syracuse because of all the construction. They have like 3 lanes going down into 1 lane, and it's a mess to me. All right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice Net. I have reached the end of my list, so let's see if there's any additional stations out there that would like to check in this evening. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there, so let's open it up for any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns. Please call now. All right, hearing nothing then, we might as well wrap things up here. I'd like to thank Mal, Carlton, Mick, Cliff, Scott, Paul, Dennis, Benny, and Ed for joining me this evening. We'll be returning this talk group back to normal amateur radio use. Everybody have a great and safe week there. This is W2FGH, and I'll be listening.